Hey, this is Tanisha. So we're back again. This is part two of catching up with you in terms of where I've been because it's been a while. In my last video, I started to talk about how I started having problems in my previous studio. I was having problems with breathing. If you haven't heard the previous video, please go ahead and check it out because it's good to just for you to have an idea what's going on. But I am continuing off where I left off in the last video, and that's to cover what happened and what did I do after discovering the breathing problem and what the problem was. So as I mentioned in the last video, I am exploring different art mediums now. I'm taking a break on acrylic. I don't know how long. It may be forever. It may be for a few months. We'll see if my lungs heal from everything that happened. But what ended up happening was thankfully I was able to get out of the studio a little sooner than I would have normally have been, and I thank God for that, that he made that possible, because there was a point where I just stopped going there because every time I would go in a room I wouldn't be able to breathe very well. So I ended up being able to move out. It was a long road because my home studio it's a nice size, but it just can't hold everything, all my art supplies. So I did end up needing to get a storage room, and I just put anything that I don't use as much there and anything I use for art fairs. And so that's really helped the current studio be able to fit everything else. And so I will go ahead and do a tour of the home studio so you can see how it looks. Outside of that, it took about 2 weeks to really get the room together. There was stuff everywhere. So what I'm going to do is give you an overview of how horrible it looked in this room and how it looks now. It looks so bad to where I try very hard to keep this room organized because I never want to see it like that again. I am not a super neat person or super organized person, but after seeing the mess and just going through all the craziness, I don't want any more crazy mess in my life. I'm not saying it'll never get crazy here, because when I'm making art it does look a little crazy, but I try to take some time to clean up. And I apologize here, my camera decided to start zooming in even though I didn't ask it to. I think it has something to do with my watch though. So I think my watch was hitting my arm and then it was zooming in, and unfortunately I had to cut a lot of this video out because of that. But back to the story. I'm going to get a video together to show you the room. Everything is in here. I've started exploring oil painting, which I like, but I'm trying to do it without solvents, so it's interesting trying to figure out the best way to do that, because I don't want any strong smells right now, especially after everything that happened. And I just want to be as low toxic as I can. And it's funny that I learned that oil painting can actually be less toxic than acrylic painting. So if you are an acrylic painter, it's really important to make sure you have good ventilation. And even when you're done painting, the painting actually off gases. So if you're in a small room and you don't have good ventilation, that could be really bad for your health. So just something to, I'm trying to share and help someone else out. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to get back to posting, hopefully regular soon, trying to figure it all out. But definitely let me know, like I said in the last video, if you're interested in following the journey to switching mediums, and I love to share it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment and anything you'd like to see or hear more about.